Hi, in this video we will simplify expressions involving complex numbers. Complex numbers have two main components. One is what we call the real part, and the imaginary part. An example of a complex number will be 3, which is a real number, plus 2i, where I is the square root of -1. Okay, so when we do an addition or subtraction, this is like combining allied terms, because we're gonna combine the real part with the other real parts and all the imaginary parts together. So in this example that we have here, we got a -2, that is the real part, and it's going to be added with a -5. So in case that I'm having trouble with any operations, I just suggest that you have the calculator there, and then you do -2 plus -5, which is -7. So the real part is -7, and we do the same now for the imaginary part. So we got 6 here, so we do 6 plus 5, which is 11. So we got plus 11i. Then we check for the answer, and that's correct. Okay, so let's work on exercise number 2. So one more time, what we do is we combine the real part. So in this example, the real part is 6. Now it's a subtraction of two complex numbers, so it's minus, and then there is an 4, so minus 4, so that gives us a 2, and then -5 for the imaginary part is -5 minus -3, -3, so the answer is -2. So then -2i, we check, that's correct. One more, the real part here is -5, so this is where the mouse is moving, plus, now this is an addition, plus -2, so I'm combining the two real parts. So the answer here where the mouse is moving is -7, so I said it's -7. Now here is 2i, so it's -2i plus 3, so the answer is 1. So we don't put the 1, we just say I. 1i is just I. We check, correct. Now we had other exercises that in which they want us to simplify radicals that involves negative numbers. So for the first one that we have on this exercise, we got 32 times -2. So when we do the multiplication, we got -64. Now we divide the negative as we factor the negative part of the 64, and then 64. So this is a perfect square. So the square root of 64 is 8, and the square root of -1 we said is I, so this is AI. So then for this exercise we say AI. For the second part of that exercise, we have a fraction. Then we do -35 divided by -5. That will be -7. We factor this the following way, and then we know this is I. 7, there is nothing else we can do, so we do square root of 7i. So then here we click here on the square root, we do the 7. Be sure that you click outside the radical. We check, and that's it.